Matt Hardy. Thank you for watching the Gimme a Whole Year Wrestling Podcast.
Hello and a very warm welcome to the Gimme a Whole Year Wrestling Podcast. My name is Ant. Today I'm joined by my brother.
I thought you were going to give me some more then, but I'll take it.
That's all you're getting.
I'll take brother. Post-Christmas, my name is Dom.
Wow.
I'm trying ASMR. ASMR. I'm gonna start whispering it.
ASMR. So you're trying ASMR while coughing into the microphone, which is actually just what you did.
It's like sort of satisfying sounds, isn't it? Whispered.
Well, yeah, I know, but then you coughed. Like, unless you've got like some weird coughing fetish, or which I suppose could also be choking. Let's move on with our predictions for 2021. Did you have a nice Christmas, Tom?
I did have a nice Christmas. Did you, Anthony?
Oh, mate, it was banging. How was Boxing Day?
I mean, did you expect it to go like? Was it as action-packed as previous Christmases?
I can't believe all the gifts I got. It's just outstanding. What was your favourite gift you got, Dom?
My favourite gift every year, Anthony, is you. and your presence in my life.
We are filming this pre-Christmas. It's all good. Let's go with our predictions for 2021, Dom. Look, this is all fun. It doesn't matter, but it'd be quite funny to look back at the end of the year and see what we got right, what we got wrong, and all that jazz. Dom, are you ready? What is your match of the year? I'm going to go first.
Go on then, yeah. For 2021, your match of the year is...
2021, it is Kenny Omega versus Kota Ibushi. I've said it a few times on stream. I think that this is going to happen in New Japan somewhere around June, July time. And I think that Kenny Omega is taking that title.
Okay.
How about you, dude?
It's a good one. I think we will see Kenny Omega versus Okada, but in AEW.
Oh, I like that. So you're thinking... You're agreeing with me he'll take the belt off Kota Ibushi and then have a match against Okada. Wow.
Yeah, on an AEW pay-per-view.
That'd be awesome, man. That would be awesome. Great prediction. You got any predictions for Raw, dude?
I'm trying to keep it simple. Obviously, we're very early days in the year. For 2021, I guess. But my only one that I can think of now will be that Bray Wyatt isn't seen from the end of 2020 to the end of I suppose when is the Rumble? It's like end of January, so we don't see anything of Bray Wyatt in ring after he was burned alive by Randy Orton, and we get to a new gimmick and a new persona as Bray Wyatt facing Randy Orton.
The three faces of Foley done all over again. Nice.
Absolutely.
My Raw prediction is that Raw is going to do something shocking which garners mainstream negative media attention. I think they're going to do something. You know this whole thing like with Bray Wyatt being set on fire? We're filming this the day after TLC, by the way. Bray Wyatt's been set on fire. And if Bray Wyatt shows up on Raw tonight, by the way, dude, your prediction is wrong for this already. but I think that they're going to do something that takes it too far. I think they're going to do some angle which causes a stir within a certain group of people. Maybe it's racist, maybe it's sexist, maybe it's something offensive, maybe it's it upsets the LGBTQ plus community. But something they do is going to cause major media negative attention.
That does not sound like WWE at all, Anthony.
Well, I just feel like this whole direction that Raw's taking is cool. It's all right as long as it changes the stories.
Sorry, Anthony. How do you say direction?
Direction.
So you say I'm saying.
I didn't say erection. I said direction.
Yeah, well, we say it the same way.
Okay, direction. Very good.
Direction.
I think that something to do is going to really cause a bit of a stir. Smackdown prediction, Dom.
Big E will become the credible challenger for Roman Reigns during the course of this year.
So do you think he's taking the belt?
I do.
Ooh, when?
WrestleMania.
You think we're getting Big E and Reigns at Mania?
I do.
Oh, excellent! I can't wait to hear your other predictions on your. We're going to predict who holds the belt by the end of the year, so that'll be cool. NXT prediction, dude. Oh no, I ain't told my man. My Smackdown prediction is that Reigns is going to hold the belt for the entire year.
That's a good one.
I think it makes sense. If they're going to do Rock and Reigns next year at Mania, why not keep it with him?
Yeah. I guess this spoils one of my later predictions, but I believe Pat McAfee will become a champion, and I'm not going to say specifically what champion, but he'll become a champion in NXT.
You know, I can see that. There's an interesting thing with Pat McAfee because he sort of come in and done that match with Adam Cole, which was his sort of WWE dream realized. Then he went and had a War Games match, and the only thing that he could do next is really win a championship.
Indeed.
If not, nothing's going to meet them moments, is it?
Talking about bringing mainstream attention to WWE, I think that's his promo work is amazing. I think CM Punk was seen on Twitter blasting WWE's NXT roster for not doing their promos as well as Pat McAfee, who isn't a full-time member of the roster. So,
it's really interesting talk, man.
I don't think he'll be a full-time member of the roster. I just think he's going to come in and win a title. It'll be like a more acceptable, more entertaining Goldberg.
Yeah, probably more, but better matches as well. It's an interesting conversation that because CM Punk's got a point, and that's a real sort of dig at the Performance Center and the training that they're doing in there, isn't it? Really,
it is.
My NXT prediction is that NXT will regularly be under 500,000 viewers in the ratings by the end of the year. I think that AEW is going to excite more people, and certainly young people, and people are going to be tuning into that a lot more than they are to NXT.
That's perfectly realistic as a goal, Anthony, I think.
Well, not a goal for NXT anyway. No. AEW prediction, dude.
AEW prediction. Now that's interesting, isn't it?
Okay, I'll go first.
Go on, go first.
I've got that they're going to join forces with New Japan Pro Wrestling, sort of alluded to this in my Match of the Year candidate. But yeah, I think that the AEW are going to be joining forces with New Japan, and I think that's going to be one of the biggest stories in the 2021, Dom.
Absolutely. I think this is probably not a big story, but I think as a safe prediction, I believe Sting will become a tag team champion at some point in the year with Darby Allin.
Okay, cool. That works. Cool. Interesting. Biggest star of the year who leaves AEW to go to WWE. And this is biggest star. So whoever's sort of the biggest name that moves over, or biggest current name, will be the winner of this. So who have you got, Dom?
Well, I wasn't really thinking big names. I was thinking realistically when we did this.
Cool.
I thought Ricky Starks would go.
Okay. I don't know if he will. Okay. I don't think he will. I think he's. I think he knows that he'd get. I don't think he'd be used very well on WWE, and I think he knows that. Mine would be Brian Cage, but I don't even know if he would.
I think he's very much more the Vince blueprint, isn't he?
He is, yeah, he absolutely is. So maybe Triple H can talk him into it. Do you know what I mean? But that'd be my prediction. What about WWE to AEW? Who is going to be the biggest star that leaves from the promotion?
Well, yours is much bigger than mine. Your choice is much bigger than mine. But I think realistically, we're going to see Ricochet in AEW next year.
Yeah, that's a good prediction. I could see that too. Actually, I know that he did that thing where he talked it down earlier on in this year, didn't he? But I can certainly see that happening this year for sure. Mine would be Sasha Banks. I think that'd be massive if they did that.
That'd be huge, man.
A huge bolster to the women's division. We know that Sasha has had issues within WWE and issues with her mental health. They did a documentary on that when she lost the tag belts and stuff like that. I think that she could be a massive get for AEW. Massive.
Yeah, that'd be huge. Monumental.
Breakout star of the year, WWE, Dom?
You go first on this one, dude.
I think it's going to be Rhea Ripley. I think she's gonna really hit the heights this year.
I'm going to say Pete Dunne.
Oh, the UK lad. Nice one.
Yeah, I think Triple H is very high on him, and I think obviously that doesn't necessarily mean wonderful things, but I think Pete Dunne has the look. Historically, they have given Pete Dunne a lot of opportunities. So I think, it's got to be Pete Dunne.
Can completely see that, my dude. Can completely see that. What about AEW?
I'm gonna say Sammy Guevara.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I can certainly see that. I think he's had a terrific year this year, apart from the whole sort of speaking out thing where he was sort of banned for a little while and had to go into some counselling to sort him out or whatever it was.
Absolutely, but people change and develop,
Absolutely,
and Sammy's a perfectly good example of that.
Certainly do, and he has been putting on freaking amazing matches as well. So, I'm going to go with Jungle Boy. Although we haven't seen much of him this year, I feel like this is a real year for not just Jungle Boy, but for Jurassic Express as well. So
yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
To that, man. Let's go on to some predictions for the cards for the year. Let's go with the men's Rumble winner, dude.
You first on this one, dude.
I'm going to go Keith Lee. I think Keith Lee's got it this year. I think he's going to be facing Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, perhaps with someone else inserted into there as well. I think that was a rumor that we heard. So yeah, I'm going Keith Lee for the winner.
Big E for me.
Okay, cool. So you're going Big E versus Reigns, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Interesting, man. Interesting. Women's Rumble winner, who have you got?
Charlotte Flair.
Woo! That'll be the second year in a row.
Yep.
Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me.
My pick is my other pick is your pick. So yeah.
Yeah, I've got Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley again. I think this is going to be her breakout year. I think they're going to do Charlotte and Rhea again at WrestleMania and sort of hopefully have fans there this time. And I think it was an incredible match, even though I think the booking decision at the end was a little bit wrong. I think that was an incredible match this year. But you can go back and watch our top 10 matches from this year and see if that made the list. That's the link in the description below, as well as our top 10 wrestlers of the year, which released on Christmas Eve. Dom, Money in the Bank winner, mate.
Pete Dunne.
Ooh, Pete Dunne main roster in April. Is it April? Yep. May into June. Okay, cool. So do you think he's getting called up after Mania?
Yep.
Interesting. I'm going to go Matt Riddle. I think Matt
Matt was my second pick, I think.
I think Matt's interesting because I think him with the briefcase would really tickle Vince McMahon more than anything.
Yeah. I think he'd find it very entertaining, wouldn't he?
Yeah, and he'd do some fun stuff with it as well, wouldn't he? So,
yeah.
What is your Mania main event, Dom?
Keith Lee and not Keith Lee, sorry. Big E versus Roman Reigns.
Cool. My Mania main event, unfortunately, is Goldberg versus Roman Reigns. What about SummerSlam main event, dude?
I said Goldberg and Kevin Owens versus Jay and Roman Reigns.
Wow. Well, let's hope the three of them can carry that match. I've got Owens versus Reigns as my SummerSlam main event. Survivor Series main event, mate.
The Four Horsewomen.
Four Horsewomen?
Yep.
Versus Four Horsewomen.
Versus Four Horsewomen.
That's exactly what I've said as well. I think if they're going to do it, this year is the year to try and do it.
Absolutely.
But we'll have to see if they can get everyone together on that. Obviously, it's difficult, isn't it? And this is why I feel like they should have done it a few years ago, Dom. Becky's pregnant and
there's lots of things that people wanted to happen this year that I think have an outside chance of happening in 2022. One of those things is The Rock and Roman Reigns. I think that's happening in 2022, something like that. And the other thing is a CM Punk return. I think that's not 2021. I think that's 2022. But people do want to see those things, of course, this year. 2021 to combat, a terrible 2020. But I don't, I think we're a way away from that. But I think the Four Horsewomen versus Four Horsewomen is a dream match that could actually take place in 2021.
Dom, 2021 is CM Punk returning, or 22? Did you say
22
to WWE?
To AEW.
I think AEW as well. I was going to say. I was wondering why you were saying because I think he's going to go to AEW. SmackDown Men's Champion. These are the champions at the end of next year, so we can watch this back and go, "We was wrong. How wrong we were. Who knew Roman Reigns would be having a baby with Cesaro?" Let's go with our SmackDown Men's Champion, Dom.
You first, dude?
Yeah, I've already said Roman Reigns.
Right, okay, Big E for me.
Big E. SmackDown Women's Champion?
Rhea Ripley.
Ooh, I've put Bianca Belair. Intercontinental Champion?
That's a tough one. Intercontinental champion for, I'm going to say Baron Corbin.
There's a chance of that, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Cesaro. I don't think him and Shinsuke are staying together this year. So, and I think that they'll give him a mini push, which will be Intercontinental, and then he'll never get it to the top because Vince won't let him.
I think that makes sense. Yep.
Tag championships on SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Street Profits, right?
Yeah, it's got to be the Street Profits, man.
I mean, there's only 3 tag teams at the minute. It might be someone else. There's no diversity there. Yeah. Raw champions.
I've gone for an outside pick of Ali and T-Bar.
Raw champions.
Tag team champions.
Oh, tag team champions. Oh, I've just gone New Day. You've gone for Retribution.
Yep.
Are you mad?
Ali and T-Bar.
Do you think Retribution is still going to be a thing by the end of the year?
I think Ali and T-Bar might be.
Oh, okay, interesting. Well, I don't know. Maybe they could. Maybe with this whole new thing on violence, Retribution might suddenly become interesting.
Yeah.
Instead of TPing people's houses, they could burn it down. The Raw Men's Champion. My tag team was New Day, but
your tag team was New Day.
Raw Men's Champion.
Raw Men's Champion Keith Lee.
Okay. I've got Edge. I don't think Keith Lee will stay pushed, to be honest with you. I've got Edge. Raw Women's Champion.
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss. In the Firefly gimmick.
A variant of that.
A variant of that. Do you think she's getting a second character like Bray?
Potentially, yeah. I think we're going to see a lot more Alexa Bliss in 2021 than we are Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, certainly. Rhea Ripley, I think she's going to go on Raw because that's where Charlotte is, and I think, take the title there and maybe lose it, but get it back. US Champion.
US Champion. I to and fro on this one quite a lot.
Who between?
Well, it was going to be Matt Riddle or Jeff Hardy.
Okay.
And I've gone with Matt Riddle.
Okay, I can see that. I've gone for Adam Cole. I think he's going to get called up. I don't think he'll be pushed to the top. But I think US Champion is a good place for him. Let's go with Women Tag Champs, because that's all across all the brands. I'm
going to say Sasha and Bianca Belair as a new team.
Dude, that's an incredible team. That is a dynamic team. They would be great as tag champs and great as a tag team. I've gone for another team that doesn't exist at the minute, but I still think they'd make a wonderful team. Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans.
That's nice. That's really nice, yeah. 100%.
Can you imagine them four in a feud? That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Genius.
That'd be great. It in ring, it'd just look perfect. NXT champion.
NXT champion, yeah. I went for Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee.
I did say he was a champion, but he was going to be a champion. I think he's going to be NXT champion.
You think he's going to be NXT champion? Wow. Yeah. Isn't that just like Goldberg beating the belt off the Fiend?
I think it's much more dynamic, and I think you know it.
Okay, I know it. NXT champion, I've got Pete Dunne.
Nice.
Who have you got for women's champion?
Shotzi Blackheart.
Same here. Snap. I think she's going to be. I don't think she'll get called up to main for a long time. But I think NXT Women's Champion, absolutely. Tag champions? The
tag champions. Oh, you see, I nearly said Grizzled Young Veterans because I love what they've done. But I did say it would be Gargano and Austin Theory. I believe that. I can't remember what they're being called, but Gargano and Theory.
They sort of got together at War Games, didn't they?
Yeah. They're being called The Something, but yeah, Gargano and Theory.
Rock and roll.
The way they're being called. That's what they're called.
The Way. Nice. Tag champs, I've got Ridge Holland and Pat McAfee. So yeah, I had Pat McAfee as a champion, just with someone else to carry him. North American champion?
Ridge Holland.
Ridge Holland, nice. Yorkshire. I've gone for Kushida. NXT UK Women's Champion, Dom.
Piper Niven.
Niven's a good shout, man.
Piper Niven.
Niven's a good shout.
I think she does great work.
And do you think she's taking it off Kaylee Ray?
I think so, yeah. I think she's the person to do it.
I think she'll take it off Kaylee Ray, but I think there'll be a quick change, actually. I don't think she'll hold the title for very long, and I think it's going to go to Ginny. NXT Tag Champs?
NXT UK Tag Champs? Pretty deadly. I like the look of them. I'm not seeing too much of them at the moment. But they've got the look, haven't they? They've got the WWE look.
Yeah, I hated them at first because I was like, this doesn't belong in NXT UK. But actually, the more I've seen them, I'm like, they really fit as that sort of
They
anti-British,
yeah.
sort of like American 80s tag team.
Yeah,
Do you know what
they
I mean?
remind me of like Triple H back in the day. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think
Yeah.
that, they've got that arrogance that probably take them onto NXT in the future. I think they might be the next tag team to graduate.
At first, I was like, why have they put these on NXT UK and not NXT? But now I'm really starting to get it that actually I dislike them so much because they don't fit in with NXT UK.
Yeah, there's a reason they're there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I've gone for Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. I think they could do with another title reign. NXT Men's Champion. This is a big one, Dom.
NXT UK Men's Champion.
Who is taking it off? Yes. Who is taking it off Walter?
I wanted to say Ilya after their cracking match, but I am going to say Cesaro will be the face of NXT UK by the end of 2021.
Cesaro and Walter, let's make it happen. Let's hope travel restrictions allow that to happen and stuff like that in the new year. My NXT Men's Champion, who's taking it off Walter, Dom? No one. I think Walter's going to be champion by the end of the bloody year still.
Okay. All right, so no one's winning, no one's beating him at all.
I don't think so. I don't believe anyone at the minute. I mean, you've got Ben Carter just come in, so there's interesting things we could do with him. Rampage has just come in.
Yeah, he was my other pick. The outside pick for the world champion was Ben Carter. I don't really think that Rampage has the character yet, but we do have a lovely interview with him on the channel. But
Boom! Well done there. Selling us, Dom. Selling us, brother. Let's go into AEW, because I know that you've all been waiting for it. Who is going to be AEW champion at the end of the year, Dom?
I'm going to say AEW champion at the end of the year is going to be Sammy Guevara.
How?
I believe that they are positioning him as like an Eddie Guerrero type character, the underdog, and I think he will have a short title reign in AEW, and he will have it.
Who's he taking it off? Think he's taking that off Omega?
No, I think he's going to take it off Paige.
Okay, because my champion at the end of the year is Paige, and
I think he's taking it off Paige. I think this goes Omega, Paige, and Sammy. I think
it goes Omega, Paige, and MJF. But I can see, but by the end of the year, I think Kenny Omega's going to have it. If he's collecting all the belts across the world, let's say that his final part of that is in June, July time off Kota Ibushi, I think he'll lose it at like Full Gear to Paige. So I think Paige will still be champion by the end of the year, but we'll see, man. What about women's champion, dude?
Women's champion in AEW. I'm going to say Britt Baker.
Makes a lot of sense, man. I said Britt Baker as well. I mean, look at what they did with her when she was off TV and she was hurt, and they were still featuring her every single week on Dynamite.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think she definitely could, Dom. TNT champion, mate.
Miro.
I think Lance Archer.
Nice.
Either that, but who's going to hold? Here's a question: who's going to hold the TNT champion for the longest amount of time this year? I've got a good one for this.
Well, I think Darby holds it for a while.
Do you?
I even think that Miro's the one to take it off Darby.
Oh, really? I think the person that's going to hold it most of the year will be Jericho. I think at the minute they're finding reasons to put Jericho on TV every week for ratings, and the best way to do that is actually just to give him the TNT Championship and say open challenge every week or whatever it is, you know. Does
he beat Darby for that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
That's not a bad idea.
And that might set up Jericho and Sting. There we go. Cool. Tag champions.
Jurassic Express. I think your comment earlier makes a lot of sense that it's not been their year particularly this year, but I think they're very entertaining. I love Jungle Boy. I love Marco Stunt even, and I think Luchasaurus. I think they could maybe do a three. What do they call it? The
three-bird rule.
Three-bird rule. I genuinely think that some form of that will be the AEW Tag Team Champions by the end of the year.
I agree completely, man. I think FTR will take them off the Young Bucks, and then it'll be the Jurassic Express that take him off them. So it should be interesting, man. Great. I mean, this year's been a weird year for wrestling, unlike any other year. But I do feel like going forward, it's going to be great to get fans back at some point, isn't it? When are we going to get fans back in a full capacity?
September to November 2021.
I'd say September. Yeah. Interesting. And how many subscribers are we going to have by the end of the year, Dom?
I'm aiming for 1,000, mate.
That's it. We're aiming for 1,000. So if you want to help us in that journey to get to 1,000 subscribers, please hit that subscribe button. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like button. Let us know that you're enjoying it, and we'll create more content like this. And let us know what you think is going to happen down below in the predictions. There's also our Discord. You can come and chat to people about your predictions on there. And if you fancy any Hulkamania merch, if you've been given some money from your aunties and uncles or your parents, and you want to support a baby little podcast like us, and we'll buy a beer out of the money you give us, go and buy some merch, man. Cool. Thanks, Tom.
Cool, man. Yeah, thank you, dude. Happy 2021.
Happy 2021. After 5, everyone say it with me. Say, oh yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah.
God, it's crap. We're not carrying that on in 2021, you know.
I am.
We're not.
We are.
We're not.
We are.
We're not.
This is Broken Matt Hardy. Thank you for watching the Gimme a Whole Year Wrestling Podcast.